This is our part 2 for level 2, in which we will be covering the transactions part, which include your transactions creation, transaction editing, deleting, all the configurations, including your print configuration. We will also include the opening transaction part into it, and also the business cycles like the purchase and sale cycles. So let's start with the first transaction, that is for our purchase bill. So if you are purchasing anything from any of your vendor, in that case, you have to go into purchase. You will go into purchase bill. Simply, you have to select that what kind of invoice you are making. It's a tax invoice, or it's a bill of supply, or it's just a branch transfer. You can select that. Then you have to select that on which basis you are doing this transaction. It's a cash transaction or a credit transaction. After that, you have to select the vendors. Next thing is your supplier invoice number. This is a mandatory field that you have to select, because on the basis of this only your GST 2 report will be prepared, your purchase report will be prepared. So make sure that you are mentioning the right invoice number here. I'm mentioning any random number. Then you have to click on select item. All the items will be shown here that you have created into your masters. Select your item. Mention the quantity of the item. Let's say I am purchasing 150 quantity. I mentioned the quantity, the amount, the text thing is automatically populated. You can see the taxable amount also. The item value is 18,000, and as it is an inclusive bill, so the taxable amount is 16,000 and 71 rupees. The tax amount is this, and simply you have to click on save. The time you will click on save, your purchase bill is done and its stock effect is done. To check the stock effect, we will go on to report. We will go on to stock trial. Here's our report for LED light. Today we have purchased during receive 150 pieces that I just bought the purchase bill. Next thing is, if you are selling any item, in that case you have to go into sales. You will go into sales invoice. Okay, you have to select the GST type, like it's a bill of supply or it's a tax invoice. Then it is on cash or credit. After that, you have to select the customer for which you are making this bill. Okay, let's take it as cash sales. Okay, next you have to select the item. You have to mention the quantity. Then you have to mention the rate for the sale. I am mentioning it as 650 per piece. Amount and tax amount is auto populated. See here you can also see the item value is 65,000 taxable and tax amount. Then as this is a sales invoice, so you will be giving a print of it to your customers. So before moving toward the print, let me brief you about the print configuration. Here you can see the option for print. Just in right of that, you will get a drop down. Click on that. You will get the option for configuration. Click on that. So from here, if you want to add any like header, you can add it from here. Any footer for your print, you can add. Then if there is any return policy, term and condition, you can mention that also. If there is any bank detail, if you want to make a print of your bank details also on your invoice, in that case you can select that bank detail, like mention that bank detail here. If you have any payment link, you can mention that payment link also here. Then we have given n number of formats here into the software, so you can select any one, which one is going good with your organization, and you can make it default here. Then how many numbers of pieces you want. If you want to skip the signature section, I just did the configuration and I saved it. Now I will click on print. The time you will click on print, this invoice will be saved. You can see this will be your invoice, your name, company name, address, the payment link that you have mentioned, then your header, your customer details, your item details, then your footer will be shown here, then the terms and condition and remaining thing about the item. So this is how you are going to make your purchase bills and your sales bill, and similarly this is how you are going to like print your sales invoice. Next point is, if you are doing any petty expenses into your business, in that case you have to go into finance. You will go into receipt payment voucher. Like from here you can record all your expenses and payments. Simply you have to select that you are doing this transaction on cash or bank basis. Then you have to select the ledger for which you are doing the expense. Let's say I am paying the petrol expenses. We have already created like many of the generic ledgers here into the software, but if you want to create any, in that case you have to click on this plus icon. I am creating a petrol expenses. Okay, it will be under ledger, indirect expenses, and I just saved it. My ledger has been created. I selected the ledger. I will put the amount here as 1500. Remark will be auto populated and I just saved it. So this is how you can record your petty expenses. If you want to see its effect, then you have to go into reports. You have to go into trial balance and scroll it down. See, administration expenses, petrol expenses, 1500 rupees has been recorded. So in this way, you can create your ledgers and you can record all your expenses. There are more options in finance like transfer general. So if you are doing any contra entry like a cash in a bank entry, means you are depositing any amount into cash or you are withdrawing any amount from bank, in that case you can record that into transfer general. Next one is your general voucher. So if you want to pass general entry for any of your expenses, in that case you can do it from general voucher. Next we have is expense general. So if you want to make any bill to bill adjustment or any bill to bill, you want to like maintain any bill wise expense, that you can do from expense general. Like you can select the vendor, you can select the item. So this is like, if I will give you an example, so if you are going to pay shipping charges, so that shipping charges is particularly related to any vendors and item, in that case you can like record that expense into your expense general. Next thing is wait, let me refresh. If you have noticed, so I have made both the invoices, that is your purchase bill and sales invoice, both on credit basis only. So if I want to pay against that bill, or if I am receiving any amount from my customer against that bill, in that case, for payment to vendor, you have to go into purchase, you will go into bill payment, and from a payment from a customer, you have to go into sales, you will go into payment receipt. I will explain one out of them. Next, second, you have to try at your own because both are the same option. Simply you have to select the customer. If it is for any back date, you can select the date also from here. Then through which medium you are receiving the amount, you are receiving through bank or cash, you can select. Then what will be the amount that you are going to receive. So let's say I am receiving 10,000 rupees. Then if it's through bank, then you can mention the check number. If there is any reference number, you can mention that. Now here we have two options, that is of auto adjust and adjust now. If you want to do bill to bill adjustment, in that case you have to just click on this. See, first the amount will be adjusted in this bill, then you will click on the above one, remaining amount will be shifted there. And if I will click on auto adjust, all the amount will be shifted to the first bill only. Then if you will be receiving any other amount, that will be shifted to your next bill. So this is how you can record your payment. You just have to click on save and the amount is recorded. See, if I will again select that particular customer, now the balance is showing as 25,000 only. The 10,000 amount we have already received. Similarly, if you are paying any amount to your vendor, in that case you have to go into bill payment. You will be selecting your vendor, cash or bank, auto adjust, and just save. This is how you can record your payments. So up till now we have covered like how you are going to create your purchase bill, sales invoice, how you are going to print it, what all print configurations we have given, then how you are going to record your entries into finance, how you are going to receive any amount against your credit bill, and how you are going to pay any amount against your credit vouchers. Now, the next point is if you want to edit or delete any of these vouchers, like any of these vouchers. So here we have given the option for open. You just have to click on that open option. Click on open, click on yes. All the bills will be shown to you here. If you want to change the date, like if you want for any other date, current month, and okay, all are shown here. If you want to delete, just select it from here, and here is the option for bulk delete. You can delete it from here, or if you want to edit any of one, just double click on that. This voucher is reopened. Let's say he haven't paid 10,000 rupees to me. He paid only 9,000 rupees. I clicked on 9,000. I clicked on auto adjust. Then you have to mention any edit remark, like it's a test entry. Okay. Now, if you want to delete, just delete it from here also. Or if you want to save it, like you have edited, just click on save. And the bill is edited. See, now the payment is showing for 9,000 rupees instead of 10,000 rupees. So this is how you can edit any of your voucher, either it's your payment receipt or it's your purchase bill or it's your sales bill or any of it. Okay, so now if you want to add your opening balance, like if you are using any other software before to align book, or you are managing your data manually, and it's also like end of the year, so you can add your data by two ways. The first one is you can like enter each and every purchase bill and sales invoice. It will also reconcile your data stock, or you can directly add your opening balance into the software. So for opening balance, you have to go into the opening transaction option. The first option is for bill outstanding customer. So if you want to put any opening for your customer, you can add. Simply click on create new record. I have already created. Create new record, mention the opening. Like if you have the date number with you, okay, in that case, simply bill number or any reference number, put that reference number here. If not, in that case, put anything that is you can say reminder for you. What was the bill date? What is the due date for that particular bill? And how much the amount was? And then you have to simply click on save. The time you will click on save, the bill will be recorded, means the opening for that customer is recorded. Similarly, if you want to put any opening against any customer, in that case, you have to go on bills outstanding supplier. This is same, create new record, for which vendor, Click on OK. Mention the bill number 013564. Then the bill date. Let's say the bill date was 7th of December and the due date is 31st of March. The amount, and just save it. Your opening for your supplier is recorded. Similarly, if you want to put any opening for any of your stock, you have to go into opening transaction. You will go into opening stock. Just edit the quantity. Let's say for these LED light, I want to add a quantity of 500. I added the quantity and I just saved it. Now, when you will go into reports, stock trial, view, you can see for default LED lights, I have 500 pieces into my opening balance. So this is how you can record the opening transaction of your stock. Next thing that came is if you want to put any opening financial, that you can also put. When you will click on this, the whole balance sheet will be open. So just edit the amount and save here. Your opening financials will be done. Similarly, if you are managing your employees, in that case, you can put your employee leave opening balance, stock with barcode, fixed asset opening balance, and also your POS customer. If you want to put their opening balances also, then you can simply put it from here. So this is how you are going to manage your opening. Next thing is, every business have a particular cycle, like their sales cycle, they have a sales cycle or a purchase cycle. Let's discuss about the sales cycle. So if I am talking about a complete sales cycle, the process is like you have to create the estimate first, then you will be creating the sales order, then the dispatch, then the sales invoice. So this is the whole process. But like everyone have their own process. Some people do, they prepare estimate, then directly they prepare dispatch, then they prepare sales invoice. Someone is like they prepare a sales order and directly they prepare a sale invoice from that sale order. So you can manage all of these from the software only. Let's go with the whole process. I'm creating an estimate first. I selected the customer against whom I'm creating this. Okay, I selected the item. I will put the quantity, the rate, and I just saved it. Okay, now after this estimate, if I want to make any sales order, I will go on sales order. I will select the customer. Then here you will get the option for pull from estimate. You just have to click on pull from estimate. All the estimates that you have prepared for this particular customer will be shown here. I selected it and I clicked on OK. See, the details has been automatically filled. You are not required to mention any other detail, and I just saved it. Next, after sales order, if I want to make the sales invoice directly, I will go on sales invoice. I will select the customer here. Now here it is showing as pull from estimate, but you want to pull your data from sales invoice. So for that, you have to go on this configuration option. You will get it everywhere. You have to select the parent document from which you want to pull your data. I have choose an estimate. Let's say I want to choose pull from sales order. I selected the sales order. Now we have the option for pull from order. Here all the orders you have created against this, and you clicked on OK. You can see details are auto-populated. You are not required to mention any other further detail, and simply you have to click on save. And your okay, we didn't have this much quantity, that's why it's showing an error. You can simply save your bill from here. Coming like moving toward the bill configuration, this configuration part you will get everywhere, like in your purchases also, in your sales also. Like if I will talk about this purchase cycle, it also, it's like you can make a requisition, then you can make the order, then you can make the GRN, then at the end you can make the purchase bill. So this way you can like manage your purchase cycle also. This configuration part you will get everywhere in your purchases also, all the steps of your purchase, and in all the steps of your cycle, sales cycle. I will click on configuration. The first one is for parent document, like from where you want to pull your data. In a sales invoice, you want to pull it from estimate or sales order or dispatch, or you want to pull the data from purchase bill. You can do that from here. Then you have to save. Next configuration is related to your invoice number. So I am doing it quite side so that you can see the changes also. You want to keep the numeric series auto or manual. If it is auto, like you can't change it, it will be like succeedingly added once you are making the invoices. But you are, if you are keeping it on manual, it will be added, but you can edit that. Like if you have created a number 3 bill and you have deleted that, now you want to create one more bill on the 3 only. So manually, what you can do, you can edit that invoice number. Next, what will be your reinitialization series? It should be monthly, yearly, never, or daily. Like if I am keeping it as monthly, so once this February is over, from the 1st March, my invoice number will be 1. Okay. Again, the March will end, my invoice number for April will be starting from 1. Similarly, if you are keeping it yearly, then it will be changing yearly basis. And if you are keeping it as daily, it will be changing on daily basis. Okay, if you want any prefix, then you can do the setup from here, like you want a prefix or not. If you are keeping it at auto, you have to set a default prefix here. If you are keeping it as manual, then in that case, you will get an option here every time to add new prefix. I will keep it as auto, or let's keep it as manual. Then what will be your default prefix? So I am keeping it as RP. Then how many numbers of digit you want in your sales invoice? So you can select any number in between 2 to 6. Like I have selected 4 5. That's why here it is showing 4 zeros, then my invoice number. Let's keep it as 3 and just save. Now you can see it is 001. Okay, you will get more configuration here related to your email or SMS. So if you want your invoices to be sent on your emails or WhatsApp, SMSs, in that case you can do the setup from here. What will be the subject, what will be the message or content, what will be the BC. If you want to keep anyone in CC or BCC, then you can do the setup from here. If you want to keep any kind of approval on your invoices, then you can do that setup also. Like how many levels of approval you want, only 1% approval or 2% approval. Then if there is any limit for approval, so let's say I'm keeping it as on 1 level, and if I am making any voucher above to 5,000 rupees, then it will go for approval first, then only it will be saved. Who will be the person who will be at first level, and if it is 2 level, then who will be the person who will be at second level, and you just saved it. Done with the configuration part. So this is how you can configure, this is how you can follow your like sales cycle or purchase cycle. So up till now, we have covered how you are going to make your masters, how you are going to record all your transactions, how you are going to record your financial entries, how you are going to edit or delete or configure your invoices. Same, we have also like covered the opening transaction part. So this is all about your level 2. And if you have any doubt or any query in this, feel free to reach out to us. This is our support option. Call us on this IVR number, or you can raise a support ticket by clicking here to raise support ticket. Thank you, everyone.